Their time of need is what Green Funeral Home has done compassionately for 4 generations. It's a privilege we take very seriously.
We believe each life should be honored and remembered by family and friends. Whether you choose traditional burial in our chapel or another venue, or cremation provided by our on-site crematory, we will help guide you through each step to ensure your needs are met.
We are also available to discuss pre-planning. Peace of mind that you have helped your loved one by making those difficult decisions.
When the need arises, our family is here for your family.
Mom's pearls were a cherished gift on my wedding day. When they broke, I turned to Norman Hagee Jewelers, our family's jeweler for over 50 years. Trusted then, cherished now. Discover timeless pieces crafted with care, designed to last a lifetime, not just fleeting fashion. Norman Hagee Jewelers specializes in fine jewelry and gifts, watch and jewelry repair, and of course, pearl restringing. Experience their friendly concierge service, where every visit feels like a warm embrace. Visit Norman Hagee Jewelers today.
Base in Iraq was attacked, injuring at least 5 service members.
And we are waiting to get an update on their conditions. The attack marked the 219th time that U.S. forces were targeted in the Middle East since early October. President Biden was at the White House being updated on the expected Iranian attack that is planned against Israel.
Fox's Trey Yangston, Haifa, Israel. That's all after the bombing in Iran last week that killed Hamas's political leader. Hours after Israel took out a top Hezbollah commander in Lebanon, and yesterday, Israeli forces killed a Hamas commander in Gaza. Tropical storm Debbie keeps raining down after hitting Florida as a hurricane. Blamed for 5 deaths and a lot of flooding, with more to come.
Incredible amounts of flooding for parts of Georgia and the Carolinas, from Savannah up towards Wilmington. This is a level 4 threat, which is the highest when it comes to flooding in this region.
And Fox meteorologist Janice Dean says some areas could get 2 feet of rain or more. Rising futures and a rebound overnight in Japan suggest stocks may move higher on Wall Street after yesterday's huge sell-off. America's listening to Fox News.
We start off our Tuesday morning commute with the all clear for York, Lancaster, and Chester County. Rock Hill, Dave Lyle Boulevard, Cherry Road, Sewanese Road, Highway 5, Highway 21, Highway 160, all accident and incident free. 77 northbound's a good ride out of York County to the state line. North of the border, clearing stages, an earlier accident, Shamrock Drive near Castle Rock Drive. We have an accident underway right now being worked, Sunset Drive at Edinburgh Lane. In the traffic center, I'm Stephen Stone.
A check on that WRHI weather is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together. Locations in Rock Hill and Indian Land.
Hey, this is Lauren with Wild Birds Unlimited. Did you know that in hot and humid summer months, you should fill your bird feeder only halfway? Humidity can often cause mold, and we don't want that in our outdoor friends' food. Stop by Wild Birds Unlimited today in Rock Hill and Indian Land.
Watching the rains from Debbie get closer to the Tri-County today, especially the far southern areas. That's where the best chance of rain will be. So, folks, Chester, Lancaster, a little less of a shot around Rock Hill, but still some showers likely. Highs today topping out into the mid-80s. I'm meteorologist Keith Monday from Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And now to the WRHI News Center, where Stephen Stone has a check on those local headlines, brought to you by South State Bank, committed to helping our customers find their success.
I'm Bo Redmond with South State Bank. From tailgate to touchdown, we're here to ensure your financial game plan leads you to victory. We're committed to supporting you every step of the way, providing expert guidance and dedicated assistance on your financial journey. South State Bank, this is Banking Forward. Member FDIC.
In the WRHI News Center, good morning. I'm Stephen Stone. Hurricane Debbie wreaking havoc as it makes its way up the coast, but also to travel plans. As of noon yesterday, over 300 delays or cancellations from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport occurred. One of the world's busiest airports saw 157 flights canceled, with about 130 others delayed. That number likely to grow. Over 1,600 flights were delayed or canceled over the weekend. American Airlines, who accounts for about 87% of all flights out of Charlotte, said that they issued a travel alert allowing customers to rebook without fees. The president of Winthrop University wants the grand opening of Burns Auditorium to be just right. Those were his words yesterday when asked why the upcoming convocation this month would not be taking place at the newly renovated Burns Auditorium. While most of the construction is finished, Dr. Edward Cerna says that they would like to add more bathrooms with such a large growing number of students coming in.
And we're looking at about 925 freshmen plus transfer students. The numbers just didn't work for that. So we thought maybe that's not the best time to reopen the building.
Burns Auditorium at the moment only has 2 bathrooms. However, Dr. Cerna is positive on many things about Winthrop. As these past 2 years as president, he provides those updates here.
If you look across the university, all the great things that are happening. I'll start in athletics. Attendance at athletic events was up last year. I hope you're seeing these Our Town, Our Team signs that are going up from all of our sponsors across town, just blanketing Rock Hill in these signs, which is fantastic. Esports won 2 national championships. Cornhole. Yes, I said cornhole. Got us national media attention for little old Winthrop University. Fundraising is up. Enrollment's looking like it's up again this year.
The upcoming convocation will take place at the West Center August 19th at 11 a.m. A technology and system to keep the elderly safe is being installed within the York County Sheriff's Office. It's called Project Lifesaver. The organization provides law enforcement, fire, rescue, and caregivers with a program designed to quickly locate individuals with cognitive disorders who are prone to wandering. The method relies on radio technology and partnering agencies to locate any missing individuals. Jonathan Gilbert is with Community Relations with the York County Sheriff's Office.
And so wherever you go, you can contact that jurisdiction and ask if they have Project Lifesaver. And if they do, you can say, well, hey, we're coming in for vacation. I have my mom, my dad has dementia. We are clients on Project Lifesaver. Here is the frequency number just in case, and give the information. And so if mom or dad goes missing in that other jurisdiction, they can still be found. Same equipment, same process.
Gilbert clarifies that it's only for a specific type of individual and not to be misused.
It's not meant for little Johnny or little Susie who gets mad at mom or dad because they took the cell phone away and ran away. It's not meant for that. This program is made for individuals that might have Alzheimer's, dementia, Down syndrome, autism, that kind of thing that wander off.
Recovery times for Project Lifesaver agencies average about 30 minutes, which is 95% less time than standard operations without Project Lifesaver. 4,500 individuals have been rescued from that program dating back to 1999. Many people in our area are facing homelessness issues, hence why some are aiming to start a housing coalition to help with the issue. Emily Sutton explains how they got the idea and that there are actually plenty of units available.
We've researched various city models that have highlighted the critical role of convening a diverse group of stakeholders to collaborate around improving access to new and rehabilitated affordable permanent rental units. And we are following other models in cities like Greenville, Charlotte, Charleston to give thought to what we can bring to our own community. We're at a place where what we know for sure, and this number would certainly be higher if it wasn't for them, but we've identified that we have 500, that's not just a round number, that is a very true number, around 500 unhoused units in our community.
Sutton says the occupants can range from single people to large families. In the WRHI News Center, I'm Stephen Stone.
I'm Mike Gettings with Panther Heating and Cooling. Our community is experiencing growth and change. What isn't changing is our dedication and commitment to this community. We're here, deeply rooted and committed since 1994. Visit PantherHVAC.com today, proudly offering Train.
Relax this summer with a promotional rate on select travel purchases with your Founders Federal Credit Union credit card. Now through August 31st, get 6.99% APR for 6 months on qualifying purchases, including airfare, hotels, restaurants, and cruise lines. Don't let interest rates slow you down this summer. Visit foundersfcu.com/travel to learn more. On March 1st, 2025, the promotional APR will revert to the effective APRs previously disclosed. Call 800-845-1614 for details about credit costs and terms. Membership qualification required.
Here is Lee Touchton, owner of Rock Hill Automotive.
Do a lot for the community. Again, that's what we're here for. That's why we started this business, working on cars for 40 years, worked at a lot of different places, learned a lot of different things on how to take care of customers.
Rock Hill Automotive, they keep Rock Hill rolling. Here is Michelle Schaefer, Executive Director of Max Abilities, talking about the York Coffee Roastery.
The mission of our agency is to maximize abilities, and we felt that a coffee shop was a great venue to be able to help folks who were looking to develop job skills or to have their first work experience, to be able to do that in the friendly environment of a community coffee shop. At York Coffee Roastery, we are coffee with a mission.
Palmetto Mornings on WRHI and CN2.
Feel like you do, upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside
is 6:10, 72 degrees on this Tuesday edition of Palmetto Mornings. Heard on WRHI, FM 100.1, the Mothership, AM 1340, seen on CN2, Camborium Cable Channel 102, and of course, Facebook Live, wherever you get your social media. There we are. Like it or not, there we are. Smiling at you. I'm Stephen Stone, TJ Dunmyer over there on the far right. Manny Kimball is here, and Ryan Foles upstairs.
And gasoline is holding at $2.93 a gallon.
Whoa.
Well, it was a bad day on the stock market yesterday.
Yeah, it was a horrible day.
My God. It lost 600 some odd points on Friday. Add another 1,033 points that it lost yesterday. And it's all over this global recession fear that's going on everywhere. Sell-off on European and Asian markets. The Japanese market was down 12.5%.
Yeah, they were the ones that started it.
That's the worst decline since 1987.
Yes.
Warren Buffett, his big stock empire, he lost $15 billion in global crash. That's right. Keep in mind, though, this is all paper, right? And
I get that,
you got it, but it's down. So the Intel companies and the chip makers, that whole group, they were among the biggest losers yesterday.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Google.
Well, they got hammered.
They got hammered. The judge ruled that they acted illegally to maintain their monopoly. And Google says they'll appeal, but there is a threat out there that the government will break them up because they are a monopoly.
Well.
So the Fed says we're getting closer to cutting the rates. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting closer. So I would suggest this morning, pay very close attention to Justin Anderson on intelligent investing, which will be coming up here in a few minutes, because there's a lot of people out there that think like he does, that this is just a long overdue correction, that the market has been overvalued for a long time.
Okay.
So that's the way the stock market goes.
I tend to listen to
down.
Justin.
All right.
He usually knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. And this obviously would be a good time to buy some stocks because they're going to be cheaper.
They're going to be low.
A lot cheaper. All right. So there's our
note to self.
Note to self.
Justin.
So there's a new report out there, speaking of money, that says half of Americans carry a credit card balance from month to month, and they've been doing that for more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
Reasons being higher prices for food,
Yeah.
higher prices for gas, higher prices for rent.
Everything.
And Americans are living off their credit cards.
Yeah.
I got that.
Sean has talked about that in the past, Sean Hannity.
Oh, yeah. I understand that. So if that wasn't enough, we have this thing called now a tropical storm again.
Oh, yes.
Debbie.
Yeah.
She was a hurricane, but now she's a tropical storm. She's moving slowly this morning, bringing torrential downpours across all of southeastern Georgia, headed right to the coast of South Carolina.
Yep.
She hit land yesterday as a Category 1 hurricane on Florida's Big Bend coast.
Yeah.
All right.
Tapping and stuff.
Storm is expected to produce potentially historic rainfall. I mean, big time.
Okay.
10 inches, 20 inches, some areas 30 inches of rain.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Bring you out of a drought.
That's called catastrophic flooding, brother.
Yes, it is.
Catastrophic flooding. And that should be happening in eastern Georgia and the coastal plain of South Carolina, which is, down the Hilton Head, Buford, Rip Island, right on up the coast. Lots of rain. Then it's going to head up to southeastern North Carolina.
Oh,
sometime
that's
on Wednesday.
what they want.
So everybody's going to get a dose of this thing.
Yeah. We will be on the fringe as always.
Yeah. On the forecast track, the center will move across southeastern Georgia this morning, then off the Georgia coast later today and on Wednesday, and approach the South Carolina coast on Thursday.
Okay.
So
get ready.
Yeah, get ready. And as you have reported, it has wreaked travel plans for anybody who wants to fly.
My Lord. Jeez.
You want to fly? Think
Bad
twice.
idea. Yeah.
For sure, you better check before you go to the Charlotte Douglas Airport.
Yeah.
Because they've had hundreds of delays and cancellations. 380 flights delayed yesterday, and that number is likely going to grow this morning.
Yes.
Yeah. Thousands of passengers up there trying to figure out how they're going to get to their destinations because their flights have been disrupted. Airport had nearly 750 flights canceled on Saturday.
Yeah.
About 500 on Sunday, and 165 canceled yesterday.
Man.
Woo, not a day to fly. Duke Energy, by the way, is monitoring and preparing and getting ready for what they know is going to be a lot of power outages, for sure. The company plans to have more than 6,100 skilled workers strategically placed and ready to respond when the storm moves across the Carolinas.
Pretty much everybody.
Yeah. And, they've got these relationships with people like York Electric Co-op, the City of Rock Hill, the rest of them.
Yeah.
They all partner to help each other when stuff like this happens.
They do good stuff.
And right, of course, the governor, I love this. The governor said, this is, and I'm quoting, "This is an animal we don't think we've seen before." Ooh, yeah. And he's reminding South Carolinians to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Listen to what we're saying to you on the radio.
Yes.
Check your websites, all that kind of stuff. And begin to make proper plans.
Yeah.
Depending on where you live, right?
The smart move.
Yeah. The governor said, I quote, "With a potentially significant rainfall event forecast for the next few days, it is critical that residents in potentially affected areas make preparations and plans now in case it is necessary to take quick action."
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
You don't, and if you got a plan in place, you're going to be a lot better off.
Yeah. Not trying to create a panic, but just remember we had a big storm here in 1989 called Hugo.
Yeah.
That turned everybody upside down.
Yeah.
Created wreaked havoc. Woo.
Yeah, and that's what these storms do.
Okay, well, there's our weather news, our business news for the morning.
The good news. It's all downhill now, right?
That's right.
All right, sir. It is 6:16 on Palmetto Mornings.
We continue to get the all clear on our Tuesday morning commute for York, Lancaster, and Chester counties. Rock Hill still looking good. Dave Lyle Boulevard, Cherry Road, 70s Road, Highway 5, 21, and 160. Accident and incident free. 77 northbound remains a good ride out of York County to the state line. North of the border, only item they're working right now, the earlier accident, Sunset Drive at Edinburgh Lane. In the traffic center, I'm Stephen Stone.
Overall, pretty quiet out there early in the day today, but the rain from Debbie is slowly creeping in. Far south side of the region has the best shot for rain, so Chester, Lancaster, maybe still seeing scattered showers, though, around Rock Hill as well. High stay only topping out in the mid-80s, more rain. I'm meteorologist Keith Monday from Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The preseason college football coaches poll is out, and Georgia will begin the season as the nation's #1 team. The Bulldogs, who won the 2022 and 2023 national championship, received 46 first-place votes. Ohio State is second, Oregon third, Texas fourth, and Alabama is fifth. The Clemson Tigers begin the year at number 14. South Carolina is in the others receiving votes category and came in at number 39. In total, 9 SEC teams are ranked in the top 20. Carolina Panthers rookie wide receiver Xavier Legette had an MRI yesterday, and it was revealed he did not suffer a broken bone after being injured over the weekend. Head coach Dave Canales said that Legette is listed as day-to-day with the injury. The U.S. men's basketball team is on the floor again tonight in the Paris Olympics as they take on Brazil in group play. U.S. women's gymnast Simone Biles brought home the silver in what very well might be her last Olympic event of her career. The 27-year-old competed in the floor exercise and wasn't at her best, earning her the runner-up medal. Biles is considered by many to be the best U.S. gymnast ever and has not made a decision on her future. The latest medal count shows the USA in front with 78 medals, China is second with 53, and France is third with 47. The United States has 20 golds, 30 silver, and 28 bronze medals. China has the most golds with 21. With your Tuesday sports, I'm Chris Miller.
Palmetto Mornings on WRHI and CN2.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
It is 6:18, 72 degrees on this Tuesday morning. Manning Kimmel continues.
So speaking of sports, you know they had a big soccer match down there in Columbia on Saturday. Big time, right?
Yeah, Liverpool.
77,559 fans turned out. It was a sellout.
Yeah.
Liverpool defeated Manchester 3-0 in that friendly English Premier League battle.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
That was something.
And we want to thank that traffic for staying out of our way because we were down there Saturday night as well.
The smartest thing was that they moved up our event an hour.
Yeah, that was good.
So we got in and out before the traffic hit.
And I hope they do that again next year because that's a good time to do it.
I agree. So speaking of sports, let's go to the blood sport. Politics.
All right.
Vice President Kamala Harris has officially gotten the vast majority of delegates, right?
Yeah, she's it.
Virtual voting ended last night, I think, at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And she recorded 4,567 votes. That's more than enough.
Oh, yeah.
To take her over there, right?
Sure.
So the big deal is today because she's got a big event in Philadelphia, City of Brotherly Love.
That's right.
Where they're killing each other left and right.
Yeah, have been for a while.
She's going to be unveiling who her VP,
Yep.
vice presidential running mate is going to be.
That's right.
So there you go. See what happens there. So Democratic strategist James Carville.
I love him.
He's an interesting study.
I have always loved James Carville and his wife, Mary Madeline, who's as far to the right as he is to the left. What dinner table conversation that's got to be. It really.
So he is saying that Kamala Harris, should accept the Fox News invitation for the debate against Donald Trump.
He's right.
With one caveat. Listen to the caveat. Carville said that Trump is scared to debate a girl, quote unquote, and the debate should not be held on September the 4th, but it should be scheduled on September the 18th, which is the day that Trump is set to be sentenced by the judge in the New York criminal case.
He thinks he's going to show up in handcuffs or leg irons. Yeah. It's not going to happen, James.
I don't think that's going to happen, Carville. But that's good for a laugh.
It's a lovely thought, yeah.
So the Supreme Court yesterday rejected a long-shot effort, as they call it, by Missouri's Attorney General to delay Trump's September 18 sentencing.
Right.
This is all that hush money case, they're talking about.
Yeah, stormy.
The Missouri AG wanted to delay the sentencing till after the November election, but the Supreme Court said, nope, not going to do that.
For as much howling as they've been doing over the Supreme Court, they're not howling now, are they?
No, they're not, right?
This one went in their favor. So,
right.
let's complain about this.
So I read this interesting commentary that I'm going to share with you this morning.
All right.
And I'm just a direct quote. At this point, Vice President Harris is running a cautious campaign, taking full advantage of the cloak the corporate media is providing her.
Sure.
Scripted events only, little accountability for past mistakes. The Trump campaign is exactly the opposite. The former president is engaging opponents like the black journalist confab and selecting a controversial second senator, Vance, his VP, who's the exact opposite of Mike Pence in the early going, taking the advantages to Kamala.
Sure.
The Trump folks better take notice. As the election comes closer, Trump's superior policy position should help him. He governed effectively, especially when it came to economics. Ms. Harris, on the other hand, had no accomplishments in the Senate and none as vice president. But that will be obscured by the corporate media. So Donald Trump must sell it himself. That will not happen with foolish skin color and ethnicity discussions.
Yeah.
I agreed. In 2008, Senator John McCain had it all over Barack Obama on the experience and performance fronts, but he lost. Believe me, Kamala and her crew are reopening that playbook.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
They'd be foolish not to.
Yeah. Trump's problem has always been his mouth.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't know when to shut up.
Well, and what to shut up about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, now's not the time to shut up, but there are certain things you don't need to bother with.
Yeah, and that's one of them.
And that is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
623 on Palmetto Mornings.
Time now for Intelligent Investing, presented by Anderson Griggs Investments in Rock Hill.
Very pleased to have with us today Justin Anderson, president of Anderson Griggs Investments in downtown Rock Hill. And I guess I'm going to have to call you the eternal optimist despite what's been going on with the market.
That's right, Manning. I have my copy of Popular Delusions and the Madness of Crowds by Charles Mackay, the great book about crowd behavior or mass manias, human folly, and mindless hysteria. I like to pull it out and have it by my side when the market starts acting up like this as a reminder that although the power of the crowd is extremely powerful and pressuring upon the individual, in times like these, it is rarely right. This current fear affecting the markets came out of nowhere, just when it looked like everyone was going to get what they wanted, which is the Federal Reserve possibly starting its plan to lower interest rates. A few economic reports came in below expectations. These are the same economic reports that have been almost entirely ignored by investors for years now. And from these one-off below expectation reports, everyone has agreed to believe they indicate an unavoidable recession. The Federal Reserve has waited too long, has kept monetary policy too tight, and our demise is certain. Well, here's some good stuff in opposition to the fear of recession. Second quarter GDP was up an annualized 2.8%, which was higher than the expected